door to somewhere. Oh, hey. Don't leave that. I've got over 200 pounds. Part of me is saying, go through there. Experience points. Loot. Salvage. Part of me says, screw it. Let's go. The heck? The three guys, the three scientists. Gotta be. Hello.
Oh, another stranger. Are you Voltec Security? I've waited so very patiently for you to arrive.
Who the heck are you?
I am a Contagions Vulnerability Robotic Infirmary Engineer, or CVR-IE. The human scientists call me Curie. Or more properly, they called me this when they were alive. I repeat, are you Voltec Security?
These mole rats carry a disease. Do you know anything about it?
My poor little darlings. They were used to grow all manner of new and interesting pathogens. Then Volt citizens would be exposed to these viruses in the hopes that they would develop new antibodies. But they never got a chance to execute their plan. Clyde got out of his cage. He was smarter than the others. My sweet Clyde. He let out the others, and those poor scientists never stood a chance. Clyde's been dead for almost 2 centuries now, but his descendants have free run of the vault. I'm rambling. Where are my manners? Are you Voltec Security?
Do I look like Voltec Security? Jeez.
Over the long years, who is to say what is fashionable now? True, your attire is a bit dirty, but not all people properly value the importance of hygiene and cleanliness. I am pleased to report I completed my primary duties 83 years ago. Thousands of pathogens were grown in the mole rat hosts. Then a single broad-spectrum cure was developed to treat them all. Very satisfying work for many decades. Now, please tell me you are authorized to release me from the lab.
I am so authorized. You are released.
Superb. I had almost given up all hope of leaving here. I'll open the door for you.
Okay, thank you.
Since you are a Voltec representative, I entrust you with the broad-spectrum cure I developed. If you have an equivalent to my digital Hippocratic oath, please use it quickly to prevent any undue suffering. However, be advised, there is only 1 dose left, and I can no longer make any more. If that is all, I am most eager to leave.
You only have 1 dose.
That is correct. There used to be more, but they all expired. Sadly, the organic compounds necessary to make more have all deteriorated.
You're just giving me the cure?
My primary responsibility is to obey the orders of specified Vault personnel, even if those orders violate my ethical matrix. But since you have graciously discharged me of this duty, I can give you the cure without directly disobeying my previous order. And if you happen to use the cure to save a life, then this is just a happy coincidence, no? Hopefully now I can properly further my scientific research. Since my job here is done, I think I will follow you out.
That's fine. Curie? But, yeah, let me grab this.
There we go.
Nice. Smartman knows a bandage only hides his wounds. Stim pack permanently heals plus 10% more damage. I've already got them where they heal all damage, but that's okay. It's another bobblehead. Anything back here, Curie? Alright. What do we got here? This terminal is now for the exclusive use of Curie. For both research and personal purposes, please respect your privacy and use other terminals for your work. Thank you, Dr. Collins. Date of last data purge. Sometime. Memory failure. Terminal is not recommended for research backups. Please use hard copies. Personal. Entries of the personal work and property of Curie. Do not read. Yes, this means even you, Dr. Collins. Initial greetings, colleagues, error, distress, error, eulogy. Hope she doesn't get mad at me. I've been ordered by Dr. Collins to add an entry to this terminal. Dr. Collins was most insistent that this is my terminal. I explained several times that robots cannot own property as per Robco policy, but his orders were most clear and insistent. I will comply with Dr. Collins' wishes and maintain a log when ordered to. Colleagues. I have completed my analysis and integration of the data to make me a capable research assistant. I have been commanded to provide an assessment of my colleagues. Dr. Flint is objectively brilliant, although Dr. Collins repeatedly calls him risque, but I find Dr. Flint's commands and speech patterns easier to parse. Taking from the way she speaks, it's got to be like a French influence or something. His observations are always very astute, and I am learning much about working with cell cultures from him. Monsieur Bureau is perfectly acceptable to work with. He performs menial tasks which my programming is perfectly suited for, such as carrying heavy lab equipment. This is strange because my capabilities for such tasks are far beyond those of a human male, but I am told by Dr. Collins that this is a sign of respect that Monsieur Bureau is making. This does not compute. Distress. Unusually agitated state. He would not leave his quarters after his morning meal. Dr. Collins assures me this state is temporary and that Monsieur Bureau is merely overwhelmed with the something. Eulogy. Dr. Bureau is deceased. Postmortem indicates he expired from a severe cardiac arrest brought on by advanced age. He died at 5:01 a.m. shortly after waking. In accordance with the doctor's pre-existing orders, the body was cremated and placed in a specific urn alongside Dr. Collins and Flint. Dr. Bureau was of great assistance in continuing the work left to us by the others. My last order was to continue working on our projects alone, so that our deaths will not be in vain. My processes are fully committed to furthering the study of pathogens and viruses for the betterment of mankind. To honor this last request, message ends. Collins Archive. We're hamstrung with only 3 researchers. Decided to make a few modifications to this Mr. Handy robot. Should be really useful for speeding up some of our lab work. I've been pretty anxious since admittance day, as if the world ending wasn't enough. I'm very concerned about Olivette's motives. Dusting off some of my old robotics chops has been just the destruction I've needed. Personality profile. I've decided to write a suite of custom personality settings for the robot. She's a little bit of Lisa. I really hope she got into her vault down in D.C. No, you don't, dude. And a little bit of my grad school fling from Versailles back in '46. I'm loading her databanks with every great body of work I've access to here. Kant, Einstein, Born, Darwin, Curie, Faraday, Turing, Braun. She'll have so much to learn. It's already made her feel so much more like a peer in the lab, as opposed to an appliance. I'm calling her Curie. I know. I was never a subtle man. Therapeutic. Curie's been doing great. Flint's finally stopped threatening me like a crazy person for insisting we address her as a human, and I swear Burrow is deferential to her in a way that reminds me of seeing him around Rebecca back during the drills. It's actually endearing to see. Most importantly, and perhaps more surprisingly, she's bringing a sense of normalcy to the lab, keeping us all a bit more grounded. Anything to keep our minds off the situation we're in is all too welcome. I've tuned her personality matrix a lot, but it's beginning to feel wrong to manipulate her. I'm going to leave her programming alone for now, and just see how she evolves as she keeps learning more. Ongoing directive. I haven't touched this terminal in years, but since I gave it to Curie as her own. Seeing her reaction to having something of her own was transformational. It just seemed wrong to violate that. And so it's truly been for her eyes only ever since. This final entry is an exception, and I suppose it's being written out of habit, as a man used to a lifelong of recording his experiments. We lost Flint today, and Burrow has spent more time helping me around the lab than actually performing research these days. So, if only to report my findings, Curie has been a remarkable success. She transcended my expectations of robotic programming. Her personality feels as genuine as my own. Her interest in scientific research is insatiable, and seeing her struggle with concepts like morality has been completely moving. Truly, she is my greatest work. I only hope that one day she can see more of the world. If only I could be there to witness her reaction to the blue skies and butterflies she's only heard me sing about. See if she's mad at me. No. Excelente.
It is stimulating traveling with you. Do you require something?
Nope, come on. We get out that way? Okay. Probably wants to go back and be thorough, clean out the rest of those mole rats. Probably just wants to get the heck out of here. If it gets fading, I'll come back if need be.
I wonder how the Ebola, hepatitis, and influenza have mutated over the years.
I have no clue. Let's go. Guns at the ready? Or gun, buzzsaw, and flamer. Front door. I'm willing to bet. The one that said requires terminal. Open. Alright, guys. I'm gonna park this here again, okay? Curie, follow me.
If you need a doctor, Forsyth and Rachel are down in the medical center.
I heard there's a mole rat infestation near the reactor room. I'd steer clear if I were you.
Let's go, Curie, follow me.
The work never ends in Vault 81.
Hurry up! Ah. Almost made it in one hop.
The cure. You found it.
Yeah?
How is Austin doing? Do you think he'll survive the cure?
He's been unconscious since shortly after you left.
Here, take the cure, and use it on the boy.
Only one dose? I hope this works. If it doesn't, there won't be anything to analyze to try again. Let's hope this works.
I heard you had returned.
It shouldn't be long.
What? Where am I?
You're
Thank
in
God.
the clinic. You were really sick, Austin. Our visitor from the Commonwealth saved your life.
Really? Gee, thanks, mister.
I was worried to death about you, Austin. What got into your fool head? Going into a place like that?
Nothing exciting ever happens here. I just wanted to see what was in there.
Well, if it hadn't been for our friend here, you might have died. Thank you. I know you made sacrifices to help him. I know Dr. Pinsky will be grateful. For my part, I'd like to give you this syringe. I had it for years and never really had a use for it.
She's not the only one. The whole vault is thankful. I'd like to give you a room here in the vault. A place you can call your own. It's in the main hall. On the left as you get off the elevator. Once again, thank you.
Can I go
I
see
hope you
Granny?
enjoy your
I want something to
accommodations.
eat.
I wanted to say thank you
starving.
again for what you did for Austin. You've opened a lot of eyes around here.
Cool. Now, why did it say...
Feeling much better now. I told Gran I wasn't gonna let some mole rat beat me.
Oh, now I can snag everything? Ah. What'd I knock over? need to snag everything. I'm not diseased or anything. Why
A
did...
moment, please.
Sure.
I have been trapped so many years. I believe it's customary to thank you for your role in saving me. My entire life has been in this vault. I have analyzed and learned everything there is to know here. So now I must see the rest of the Commonwealth, consult with scientists, unearth more data to challenge my hypothesis.
What are you looking to learn up there?
Down here is an enclosed system, and without the introduction of new mutagens, viruses or bacteria, it is quite dull, medically speaking. The world up there is infinitely more complex. Who knows what diseases can be found and studied?
After the bombs, the Commonwealth is a little lacking in the science department.
But surely there is still men of learning out there, and if nothing else, there is data. Please, monsieur, can you take me with you?
Sure.
Come along then.
Excellent. We must embark at once.
Hey,
May I be of assistance?
How much am I
That's
over?
what I have on me.
A pound. I'm over by a pound. Alright, gang. I've got Curie as my new companion. I'm going to go find that room the Overseer gave me.
If you want a new look, stop by my salon sometime.
Thank you, Horatio. Check out the room and probably run back to the castle and
Looking
drop
for a
off some of the
meal?
supplies and
See
stuff. I've
Maria. She
grabbed.
runs the Sunshine Diner in the atrium.
On the left, just off the elevator. Main room.
Still can't believe they found an entire new section of the vault.
Yeah, you clean it up, get out the mole rats and such. You've got the space. You'll have the space to afford to have kids. It's got a bobblehead rack. What? No Vault 81 vault suit? No? It's a nice little place. Decent spot away from home. The shelves and stuff I can stock. Take care, gang. Leave your thoughts, comments, observations, and suggestions down below. Hit the like or dislike, subscribe if you haven't already. And whatever you're getting out and getting involved in, wherever you're making a difference, remember to take care and stay safe. I am the Articulate Grunt. I'll catch you tomorrow. But until then, I'm out from here. Bye.